Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the next installment of the KH series. You guys thought I was going to be playing 358? Well, I have my reasons as to why we're not going to be playing 358 as of yet. This is, of course, the remake of a Game Boy Advance game known as Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, but now it is called Kingdom Hearts Re.Chain of Memories. What's the re part? Well, it's essentially just a half-assed way of calling it remake. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories was essentially a Game Boy Advance game that came out in, I don't really remember. It came out, obviously, after KH1, and it was basically the starting point of when the KH series started to delve into a lot of different other, into other consoles, which made it obviously harder for people to play. So we're gonna start a new game, ignore this, and we're gonna go ahead and play on standard mode because, to be honest, there really is no secret ending. The only way to get the secret ending is we will have to play as Riku. For right now, we're going to be playing as Sora because that's how the game starts up, with you being able to play as Sora. I decided to make a file beginning the game so that I can be able to get this picture instead of the Riku picture, because when you start Riku, it kind of changes to the Riku picture for the thing, and it's kind of odd, and I don't really like it. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with this next installment, and oh my god, it's going to be hell. And I hope you love random encounters, because there are a lot of it. Sadly, however, I am sadly going to have to mute Simple and Clean, because Square Enix is very anal about having Simple and Clean being played off of your videos. So we're going to mute it right now. So, enjoy the no Simple and Clean and just enjoy my voice. But yeah. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. It's essentially nothing like the first Kingdom Hearts game. A lot of people skipped it because of its massive difference of gameplay shift, which I don't blame them, to be honest, but obviously if you are going to try to get into the series, you are going to have to play through this. Sadly. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to. You're going to have to deal with it, because I dealt with it. You dealt with it. We're all going to deal with it in the end. It sucks, but you got to have to do something with it. But Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories was kind of like, it was an interesting concept of a game, because they used very good sprite quality for the game, which was really amazing. And they managed to put in 2, or I would want to say 4 CG cutscenes into the game. Well, actually, no, there's technically 3, because there's the ending for Riku, and then there's the 2 endings for Sora. So, I mean, well, the intro. Funny enough, though, when you do start the original version of Chain of Memories, this opening is completely omitted. It's not there. But in the ending, they do manage to put Simple and Clean in the ending credits of the Game Boy Advance version. So kudos to them on that. It kind of makes me wonder, why couldn't they make a remake, opening for it? But I'm not losing sleep over it, and nor do I care all that much. But what are you gonna do? But yeah, let's start up with Kingdom Hearts Re-Chain of Memories, folks, because it's gonna be a wild ride, and I hope you guys are ready for the wonderful voice acting. As per usual, since this game has cutscenes, on the cutscenes I will be quiet, but during the gameplay, which there are no real voices for the most part, they're just text scrolls, I'm gonna be silent. I'm gonna be talking. So enjoy.
Along the road ahead lies something you need. However, in order to claim it, you must lose something that is dear to you.
Hey, you think it's okay to barge in?
But we gotta do it if we're gonna find the king.
The king? King Mickey's here?
Something just told me he'd be here, okay?
Really? 'Cause now that you mention it, I was kinda thinking the same thing.
Seriously? Me too. One look at this castle, and I just knew. Our very best friends. They're here.
Yup, guess great minds think alike.
Wait, hey, hold on. It can't be just a coincidence.
Oh no, Jiminy. You don't mean that.
Yep, I had it too. I had the exact same feeling.
Gorge, maybe it's contagious.
No, something's screwy. We gotta go take a look.
All right,
Where are you going?
that way, to the door. Are you scared?
Ah, don't be ridiculous. Come on, let's go, Goofy.
Hey, fellers, shouldn't we shut the door behind us before we go? Sora!
That's it. Who are you?
What? Hi, yes. Oh, yeah? I'll try some magic. Thunder! Come on. Thunder! Thunder! Come on. Blizzard! Fire! Why isn't it working?
I should think it's obvious. The moment you set foot in this castle, you forgot every spell and every ability you ever knew. In this place, to find is to lose, and to lose is to find. That is the way in Castle Oblivion.
Castle Oblivion?
Here you will meet people that you have known in the past, and you will meet people you miss.
I miss? Riku! You mean Riku's here?
If what you want is to find him.
What'd you do?
I merely sampled your memories, and from them, I made this. To reunite with those you hold dear.
What's this? A card?
It is a promise for the reunion you seek. Hold the card to open the door, and beyond it a new world. Proceed, Sora. To lose and claim anew, or to claim anew only to lose.
Come on. Let's go.
Alright, so obviously you already know what is the difference between Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories uses a battle system known as the card system. They never bring this back. At least I hope not. But for people who have watched my Birth by Sleep playthrough, you already know how Castle Oblivion came to be. You also kind of know why Castle Oblivion is the way how it is. Because obviously when Aqua made Castle Oblivion, or turned the Land of Departure into Castle Oblivion, it basically ended up saying those who end up traversing through this area will basically be lost for Oblivion. And the reason as to why the Organization 13 is here, well, 358 over 2 days ends up explaining as to why they are here. Alright, so far, I'm gonna kind of go a little bit out of bounds here with my little recording thing. I gotta say, as much as it's not perfect, it looks pretty good. I like it. Kind of do without the borders, though. I mean, I know how to get rid of those. I probably have to, like, do something with my PS4 send. So, I guess when in the next episode it'll probably fix. It probably won't, but whatever. Anyways, this dude here is gonna teach us how to battle. And yes, there are random encounters now in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Your friends, the green cards, are now associated as your friend cards. Essentially, each world that you go through, you're gonna have friend cards. You have to find them on the field, and they can go ahead and do a bunch of abilities. Donald here will basically use random spells. He will sometimes use Blizzard, Fire, Thunder, or Cure. Pray to God that you ain't fighting an enemy that is resistant or can be healed by those, because those are always fun, because Donald is friggin' RNG. You can combine your cards, and you can essentially go ahead and make them stronger. If you combine 3 Donalds, obviously he will go ahead and cast level 3 magic. If you combine 3 Goofies, he will basically have a much stronger attack. And, you know, so on and so forth. The combining thing are essentially slates, or slights, whichever how you want to go ahead and pronounce it. Now, what makes Kingdom Hearts Re.Chain of Memories different from Chain of Memories is, well, obviously the graphical overhaul, and also the fact that you can move in 3D. Because one of the things that was a problem with Chain of Memories, and this could be a little bit of a problem or not a problem, you were basically moving in a kind of 2D isometric playing field, because one of the things I've noticed about the original is that for some reason, like, you were always moving on ice, and trying to fight certain enemies was kind of a pain in the ass. Like large bodies, they weren't fun to fight because of the fact of how their side, you had to go behind them, and sometimes they can just turn around very quickly. It kind of ends up making fights with shield type enemies annoying and frustrating. Like, you're gonna be fighting bosses that are elemental based. This is technically the introduction to the true main villains, and the touchpad allows you to go ahead and switch to enemy cards. Enemy cards have very variety wise of abilities, except the only ones we're probably going to use are probably going to be like Oogie Boogie, Jafar, and not Maleficent, because Maleficent's kind of a bit of a buzzkill. I'll go into more detail about the map later, but obviously this is just the intro episode because, intro episodes, am I right? Oh, they're so good. Not really. You know what's going to be interesting, though? I hope we leave Jiminy Cricket because I didn't see him once in Kingdom Hearts 3. And to be honest, I'm kind of glad that he's not in Kingdom Hearts 3. Mainly because of the fact that with all the crap that we're doing in Kingdom Hearts 3, Jiminy should fall off. I'm just saying. Like, to be honest, with the stuff that you can do in KH2, I'm still surprised Jiminy is still able to not throw up. Even though you don't really see him all that much in cutscenes. And like I find that this game and Recoded, Jiminy gets a lot of screen time. A little bit in Dream Drop Distance, but that's obviously because of the world that you visit. But in KH1 and in KH2, Jiminy doesn't really get that much of an introduction. He doesn't talk that much. It's kind of sad, really. Now you're probably wondering, why the hell does Sora sound like that he's from KH2? Well, by the time that Kingdom Hearts Re.Chain of Memories came out, Haley Joel Osment was already grown up. So remember, Kingdom Hearts Re.Chain of Memories came after KH2. So yeah. The only person that probably still sounds the same is David Gallagher, and David Gallagher does a fantastic job. In fact, he doesn't even sound like his older counterpart, which is weird. So kudos to you, David Gallagher. You're pretty good. Haley Joel Osment? I like Haley Joel Osment's KH2 voice more so than his Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Because Dream Drop Distance, they try to make it sound almost a little bit close to the Japanese voice actor. And it's kind of weird, and I don't like it. He's better in KH3, even though to me he sounds the same. But to others, I guess he sounds better. But it probably is because of the fact that they no longer have default faces. Thank God. Anyways, you'll end up meeting Heartless on the field, and you can be able to go ahead and use certain blocks to be able to whack them in the face. And when you do that, you have the capabilities of getting into fights with them. And the fights it's essentially the same thing as your typical Kingdom Hearts game, except the difference is, obviously, you are limited on the card system. That's really it. Other than that, you can essentially break this game in half with the card system, with the slates that you will get in this game. And yeah, we're going to be utilizing them because why the hell not? Also, it's not supposed to take that long for the game to actually, load. But whatever. Anyways, they're in the original Chain of Memories. You have to hit the door to be able to actually access the opening the door thing. This, you just press the triangle button and bada boom. There are many types of cards. There are cards that will increase enemy encounters, cards that will go ahead and give you advantage over the enemies, cards that will be basically treasures or bounties, cards that will basically have you doing Russian roulette with the treasure chest, some that will contain save points, some that are randomized, some that contain goodies or all that other stuff. The blue cards are usually the positives for the most part, and the green cards are usually the are giving you like boost for many of your characters in Sora in general. What I just collected there are Moogle points, and sometimes you can also find cards hidden inside these areas as well. So you kind of want to hit like every single environment. Every single set room is designed differently. Like as of right now, say you see the save point designed like this, it will be designed like that even in another room, no matter which direction you go to. If you touch the touchpad, you can be able to go and access the world map. And the world map, you can actually see 3 little segments here. There are 3 story cards. Obviously, the first one we got is the Key of Beginnings, which will basically be the first cutscene. And then we'll get, the Key of Guidance and the Key of Truth. And then after that, we'll basically get to our boss fight with the Key of Truth. And then there's another card, which is the reward card. We won't get that card until we have reached the second half of the game. Because the game kind of doesn't give you the reward. The game doesn't drop the reward cards until you've gotten to the second half, the second set of worlds. Because as of right now, we're in Traverse Town. We are going to be traveling through the worlds that we've traveled in Cage 1, except for Deep Jungle. Deep Jungle is the only one that's not in the game, obviously, because of the copyrighted issue that they had with Tarzan, so that's not in the game at all. It was in the game in the original Chain of Memories, but they scrapped it, and obviously they didn't add it at all. That's why it's kind of weird, because the odd numbers for the worlds is a bit, the number of the worlds don't match up for the most part. So anyways, I'm gonna save here. Don't pay attention to the other two stuff. And yeah, I did play Proud mode, and I'm only playing Standard mode because, that's weird. They actually don't go ahead and give you your difficulty until you've actually gotten through. What? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. That's weird. Anyways. Alright. And I'm going to call it an episode here. In the next episode, I'm actually going to explain how I'm going to be tackling this game and how it's going to be running, because 1, obviously you see random encounters. 2, random encounters equals cutting. So some fights I'm not going to show, some fights I am going to show. So anyways, I've been Code Chrono, and I hope you guys are looking forward to a new year of the Cage series, and also looking forward to when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. See yas!